Ho my. Ho my. Ho my. Ho mai ka iki mai luna mai. Ona mea huna no. Awe mele ho my. Ho my. Ho my. Ho mai ka iki mai luna mai. Ona mea huna no. Awe mele ho my. Ho my. Ho mai. Ho mai ka iki mai luna mai. Ona mea huna no. Awe mele. Hili hoi a kala o Malka o Kona. Hili hoi o Makai, wherever you come from. Welcome, Unity Church of Kona, Kailua, Kona, Hawaii. And as we like to start with prayer, this is the Hawaiian Eomai prayer chant, a pa'o'oli, a prayer chant asking the Great Spirit above for the wisdom of the story told, the higher octave. Why would we be telling these stories to our children in the highest octave? O Great Spirit, beseeching thee for the wisdom of life experience that becomes our story. With the knowledge of this wisdom, we no need to repeat them over and over again. And so it is. And as we like to start with prayer, let's maintain this prayerful moment. As for our affirmation of the month, the zeal, I have a prayer for zeal. Through Creator, we are united in our oneness, in spirit and purpose, with the sacred privilege. It is a link to our hearts in prayer. With gratitude, we are filled with a renewed sense of enthusiasm and zest for life as we step forward in faith and become passionate about the solutions we create to better serve the spiritual needs of this community. We are one with divine peace, power, and energy, which continually guides us to our highest good. As we express our divine qualities in every thought, word, and action, we draw abundant blessings into our life, affirming healing energy, harmony, prosperity, and joy. We enfold each other in loving thought and envision everyone richly blessed. As we align our zeal with divine wisdom and positivity, each day brings us to a greater awareness of the wonderful possibilities of our good and deepens our spiritual gratitude for the infinite abundance flowing in and around us. And so it is. Mahalo kea kua. Thank you, God. Amen. And as we get started with our service, I'd like to please ask you to stand as we do our affirmation of the month, as well as our vision and mission statements. Get ready to sing a little bit. As here at Unity of Kona, we have a vision of a world family of oneness, peace, and love, with a mission to inspire spiritual growth and service through the active practice of love, prayer, faith, joy, and honoring everyone as a child of God. And with their affirmation for the month of October being zeal, together, I sizzle with the zeal of God, accepting my good and going forward to achieve my purpose. And so it is. Now we're going to do the song that we stand together, and we'll have our singers on board. And so the stand together song for today is we're standing. Let's stand together. Stand together. Okay, I thought we figured this out. All right, guys, let's do this.
Whatever it is.
So we're all standing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Something greater is happening, love is taking hold and it won't let it go of us now. Something Something here is calling us forward, upward motions. We're drops in one ocean. Roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live a dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share gifts for the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Ooh, oh, oh. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing, to feel your passion blazing and shine. Paint with every vision and dance in new directions. Explode to new heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live a dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones that can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share gifts for the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Ooh, oh, oh.
After me. One dream,
one dream,
one voice,
one voice,
one heart,
one heart,
one world,
one world,
one dream,
one dream,
one voice,
one voice,
one heart,
one heart,
one world.
Stand together.
One dream,
stand.
one voice,
stand.
one heart,
stand.
one world.
Stand together.
Live
Live a dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share gifts for the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. While we're standing, reach over and say hi to everybody. Let's take a couple moments here in the sanctuary as we get to see each other once a week. This is our chance for love. And this is our time to greet all our guests and visitors. If you're joining us online, please leave a comment in the comment section on the Facebook. And as we always like to do, greeting our guests and visitors with a great big aloha and God bless you. Sometimes we carry on. There's a song about that. Carry on. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today as we get together on this Sabbath, as we enjoy this moment of thought, prayer, meditation, and fellowship. Don't forget, we have some food upstairs after service today, so everybody keep the fellowship going for a little while. And as we like to start our service with a few of the announcements, is first and foremost, we are a prayer ministry. So you can download the You Pray app on your cell phone, iPhone, Android, and with that you get instant connection to prayer and the power of prayer. Unity Village has a prayer vigil, 30 days of consecutive prayer. You can get many affirmations, meditations, and responses from Unity Village over your prayers. Or we also have the prayer request box in the back of the sanctuary. Forms here, please fill them out and drop it in the box, and our chaplains will pray over them here and send them on to Silent Unity, where they receive 30 days of consecutive prayer. So utilizing the power of prayer. So let's use these tools that we have available. And also get prayer requests if you care to email unityofkona@gmail.com, or you can give us a call, 808-322-0885. So power of prayer. First and foremost, team member of the month, Carla Sire. Thank you, Carla. Oh, man. All month long, we're going to be celebrating Carla Sire. She's amazing in her loving service and devotion to the ministry, and so we are so blessed to have her part of our Unity of Kona Ohana. We so appreciate your labor of love, and Carla's been working really hard on a new banner quilt for right here in front of the screen, and so it's really cool as this is coming together. I've seen a few pictures of it. I'm excited as it's kind of, it's this just love offering that she gets to share, and now it'll be televised all over the world. And so thank you, Carla Sire. We sure do love you. Interfaith concert scheduled for Monday, November 21st. So the Interfaith concert is a bunch of churches getting together over here at the Lutheran Church in Kailua Kona, and each church celebrates with 2 songs. And so we are practicing right now before church for our 2 songs, and we've got the songs figured out, and we're working them out, and so it's really sounding good. So if you'd care to come in a little early and listen to the choir practice, or join, yeah, absolutely. But the show will be November 21st, and that would be at the Lutheran Church at 6 p.m., the Holy Trinity. And so with that, we also have, as you know, Unity is hosting its first annual charity golf championship tournament to benefit our community on Saturday, October 15th, next Saturday. This is really something that we're all getting our hands on deck, and everybody's getting their feet wet, and so we're jumping into this whole new field of golfing and charity benefits, and there's a silent auction, there's plenty of gifts, and there's, of course, that hole-in-one prize, so 15 grand or something. I was like, wow, we're going to make that much money? That would be cool. No, that's just a guaranteed prize. But hopefully maybe somebody will win that new car or something, right? So come join us on coming up this next Saturday, October 15th, as all hands on deck. This fundraiser needs to run smoothly. So please, Candy, if you'd like to come up and say a few words about the golf outing, this is really something exciting. Thank you, Candy.
So yes, this Saturday, it's here. I have registrations and flyers if you like. If you're planning to attend, please sign up now. We're getting our numbers together, and it's going to be a really great, fun Saturday afternoon. 8 o'clock, we'll start our golf time at Kona Country Club, and we'll have our silent auction at 11:30. We'll have lunch and great prizes. We're going to have a great 50-50 pot. We have some great sponsors that have been very generous in their donations. So we have some really exciting prizes like Mokulele Airlines, Shiono's Sushi, Body Glove has a tour, snorkel dolphin watch tour. We have activity tours. Kailani Tours has donated around the island tours. So very valuable prizes and really exciting to either bid on or win. So come join us. And if you'd like to help volunteer, please see me after service today. This Thursday, 5 o'clock here at Unity, all the volunteers will be joining. We'll go over the plan for Saturday and so that we are ready to go. So thank you.
So volunteers, don't miss the Thursday night meeting because we're going to get our T-shirts at that point. So we'll all look the same, and you'll be able to spot us on the golf course. And so with that, let's see. Well, as you know, it takes a village to run the spiritual community. And so we appreciate everybody that kindly considers supporting Unity of Kona by becoming a contributor, member, sharing your time, talents, and treasures. And so there are several sign-up sheets in the back of the sanctuary. If you'd like to get more into it, we'd really appreciate you considering that. And as we move on, we have coming to us via Zoom, Joan Culladay. And so she's going to be doing our daily word today. And so welcome, Joan. Aloha.
Aloha, everybody, from my messy office in Vancouver, Washington. Today is Sunday, October 9th, and the daily word is world peace. Peace creates beauty in the world. An artist creates beauty out of a spectrum of shades and hues, and the diversity of color adds to the depth of the artwork. In this same manner, the differences in the world show the possibility of splendor when combined in the right way. I envision a world in which all people are accepted exactly as they are, and I set an intention to practice and facilitate goodwill toward others. I behold the world around me and find examples of people and cultures blending and mixing in magnificent ways. The potential for peaceful interaction and coexistence are endless. Acts of kindness, honesty, and healthy communication paint pictures of harmony. As I choose non-judgment and unconditional positive regard, I create peace in the world. From Psalm 34:14, depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. So today's daily word is world peace. Peace creates beauty in the world. So thank you. I wish I was there with you.
Aloha. Let's all let peace create beauty in our world, for sure. And now's the time to visualize the sanctuary, so I ask you to get comfortable in your seats where you sit and plant your feet firmly on the ground, make the connection. Mother Earth, Father Sky. And as we come together in this moment of visualization, visualize the sanctuary. Visualize also the sanctuary of your heart. Visualize this as a beautiful heart and the energy flowing in and through you, those around you. See the loving energy flowing around every person, every being in this world and on this earth. And take a moment now, if you know of anyone in your life or in this world in need of prayer. See them right here in the middle of this most beautiful, loving heart. As we say together our prayer for protection. For the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. And wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen. Now is the time in the service where we'd like to welcome some nice music with Joe Condi. So thank you, Joe, and Levi. Levi's got something for us here today, too.
Aloha. Aloha.
Hello.
Thank you.
Great job. Call me. Yeah, 808-322-0885, the church. Throw that one more time. All right, my friends. And now it's time to introduce our guest speaker for today, and it's our own Kayla Harvey. And so she's got a story to tell you about spiritual rocket fuel. And so let's get your engines ready, man. We've got the fueling up coming.
All right. Before we get too fired up, let's go into a moment of meditation. So just take a moment and get comfortable in your position. Shut your eyes if that feels good to you. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Feel your body anchoring into your seat, pulling you down to the earth. Finding that inner peace and stillness. Release your shoulders, facial tension, everything pulling you down to your center. Centering in, remember back on a time of excitement, when you were excited to start something new. Maybe it was schooling, a new career, a great vacation, a new hobby, a performance, activity. Remember how energizing and alive you felt in that moment and how you couldn't wait to move forward. Pull this energy back through your body now and return back to that excitement. Feel energy building in your solar plexus and an inner light that has been turned on. See this light moving into every cell and down every pathway in your body until you feel your whole body aglow. Feel this heightened, warm vibration as it pulses and purifies, even tingles. See the light expand outside your body into this room as it continues to expand and encompass all it touches. See it spreading excitement and light across the world. We all have this inner flame. When we are aglow and spread this light, we become the beacon of Christ energy, which is the ultimate solution to any challenge. We know our spiritual power of zeal gives us that enthusiasm and passion to move forward. Engaging this light within, we light up the world. Bring this energy back with you into the room. Return your attention to your body and begin to feel the weight of your limbs. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Stretch and open your eyes, returning back with this vigor, coming back to the presence whenever that feels good. Connected with that energy into our body, back here together. And back into the room as we come back with our presence. We have to acknowledge that with Iron Man being back in town Thursday and Saturday, there's been a lot of people and a lot of passion on the island, yeah? People passionate about athletic pursuits, passionate about watching other people in passion, and passionate about traffic and safety concerns. a lot of passion, right? Well, passion, synonymous for zeal, is a very strong and powerful emotion that we can feel on either ends of that polarized system. Both can provide us indicators of what's important and give us insight into our mission and purpose. Both can give us fuel for living out and seeing that mission and purpose. However, we're not always stoked in every moment, right? We're not always excited, and in fact, sometimes it's hard to want to get out of bed, right? Maybe there's moments when all that you have to do floods back to you. You remember a difficult situation or a financial circumstance, or maybe you're just feeling some pain in the body, and those days can be hard, can't they? We forget that feeling of passion and desire, and maybe we don't want to get up. But we remember there are other days, right? There can be these days when we're on vacation, or maybe we're waiting for a friend to arrive, or we're just excited about something that's going to occur. So there are days we wake up with that joy and enthusiasm, and we feel alive, and we can't wait to get going. These are the times we live for and we hold on to. And sometimes we can lose hold every once in a while, right? And so we have to connect back with this space so we don't forget. So in order to do that, we're going to take a moment to do a little exercise together. I want you to each take a moment within yourself and think about something that gets you really excited in your life. Something that exists for you still. Something that can get you fired up, and something you love. Something you could talk about for hours. It could be a person or a hobby you like to do, or maybe it's an animal, a concept, an object, an activity, or a place. Something that gets you really feeling good. You got words about this. I want you to take that in. Everybody got something? Can you think of something? Could be anything. Fills your heart with energy. I want you to look around and make eye contact with somebody in the room. Make eye contact with somebody close to you, because I want you to share that something. Could be anybody. Find somebody. Make sure you find somebody. Look across the room, wherever you need. Find somebody. And it could be a group of 3. All right, now, whatever works for you. Could be a group. I want you to get together in this moment and share what that is, why, and how it gives you this feeling of passion. I want you to share that. Go ahead and do that now. And for those online, just share out loud to yourself. Talk to yourself about what gives you passion, this thing you love. Make sure you share with somebody. Find someone to share with. If you haven't already, look around and see if there's someone else who might be open to hearing your thoughts. All right, and summarize that thought in the next couple of seconds. And when you're ready, can you give me the chimes? All right, come back together. Great job, everybody. How did that feel? Great to share it. Feels good to share, doesn't it? Feels really energizing, doesn't it? See, I saw a lot of what passion looked like just in this room. Just a few moments, I saw animation, expression, increased volume and pace of speech. We saw some large gestures, increased energy and focus. I saw some humans light up. Some smiles. People looked enlivened. See, just thinking about excitement gets me excited. I love it. See, we often think we need something external outside of us, right, to give us that shift. I need something to make me excited. We're unhappy or unmotivated by something outside or in our lives, and we just kind of get stuck in this feeling. Yet we're incredibly powerful. Look at how the room just shifted in a few moments. We all have every experience you've ever had inside of you still. All of these moments where you felt joyful and motivated, alive, they exist within you. All of the emotions within human consciousness exist within you. And you can go there anytime by remembering, recalling, reflecting on those moments. In fact, one of my favorite memes or internet cartoons came out a really long time ago, and it goes like this. It's one character coming to the other. Oh, where did you find that? I've been searching for that everywhere. It's got a jar of happiness. I created it myself. Because we can create this ourselves because it exists within us to create at any moment. See, I realize that what a lot of people like about me speaking is not necessarily that I'm present or that I have a lot of good content, and it's not that I don't have those, but it's because I have energy and I feel deeply into what I'm talking about because I really connect with that place. That emotional space. I'm not afraid to go there with all of my heart. See, I love joy. I love zeal, and it's contagious, isn't it? See, we have this because zeal is considered our inner flame. We all have this burning inside of us that we can tap, and when you do, everyone within earshot and feeling distance can feel this. I love doing this because I love getting excited. I love spreading excitement. I love feeling excitement in my body. And so even when you think what excites you doesn't necessarily serve others, remember that getting into this space, just getting into your place of excitement, spreads as a beacon. You become the lighthouse. When you are in your most enlivened, you spread that light and you bring in a space for others to become enlivened. And see, passion, this type of passion we feel, points us in the next direction of our purpose. It gives us that rocket fuel for that pursuit. And see, instead of thinking about all the problems and having fuel for that, we can have fuel and think about these solutions. What raises us up? When you're aligned with your zeal, you can move forward with an incredible momentum. There's this really intriguing concept I wanted to share that I found online, of course. That's, when you're scrolling late at night, 2 a.m, you're like, ooh, this is really interesting. So I found this concept that's called ikigai. It's a Japanese concept, actually. And ikigai is a combination of 2 words, iki, or life, and gai, meaning benefit or worth. And combined, it means that which gives you life, that which has you wanting to get out of bed in the morning. It represents a waking up of our joy, the thing that you've been put here on earth to do. There's a Japanese psychologist, Machiko Kumono, and he says that ikigai is a state of well-being that arises from devotion to activities one enjoys, which also brings a sense of fulfillment. See, the definition is a combination of several things. What we love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for or what can sustain you, and what you're good at. And that all in combination creates your ikigai, or what you were meant to be put on this earth for. What is yours to undertake? Everyone has an ikigai. It's about finding it. See, many are confused about their purpose. They feel lost and uninspired. But Spirit's not hiding anything from us. We get big clues into what our ikigai is. We've been given incredible gifts, each of us, very specific skills and talents. You might not notice them as talents. They might be organizing things well, engaging others, saying hello to everyone you meet. You've been given these skills. You've also been given things you love, things that are exciting to you, things that light you up. You've been shown things that the world needs, sometimes in ways in which things are not going well. And you've even been given ways that you can sustain yourself for the things you love, for your talents. So there are many ways in which Spirit informs us and shows us that chosen mission. Yes, you chose what you'd like to come here for and experience. And we've come here to play a part. And we've come here to play, to engage that, to play, to feel it, to feel that in our body. That's why we're in a body. But sometimes we get bogged down and we forget. We get caught up in this part, the how can I get paid for it? How can I survive? Or all that stuff the world needs. Ugh. We get stuck there and we forget about this passion and this mission part, right? So when we forget about that, and sometimes we need to engage something new, and we're not in our good space, we don't have that motivation, sometimes Spirit has to reach us in a sort of different way to, shake us up and stir the pot. If I can't reach you through joy, what am I going to do? Sometimes something upsetting has to occur to really stir us up. Oh, just get you moving a little bit, shake you. Sometimes Spirit pokes us a little bit. Hey, you working? Are you moving? Are you having fun? Well, sometimes this is for a reason too. And in fact, this spurring up can actually be informing us of a passion that we might want to shift, transform. See, this happened to Jesus as well. We're all aware that Jesus got angry, right? Because sometimes there are things to be angry about. And it makes sense. So in Matthew 21, verses 12 through 13, it reads, "Then Jesus entered the temple and drove out all those selling and buying in the temple. And he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. He said to them, 'It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you are making this a den of robbers.'" He was really upset and passionate in that moment, right? He was seeing people, often very poor, having to purchase things in a temple of all places. It did not seem right. So a fire rose up inside of him, a passion in that moment, and what we might call righteous anger, or anger that comes up at an offense against humanity, God, or anything we consider holy and sacred. Because as we know, part of Jesus' mission was to disrupt the status quo, shake things up, show us a new way was possible, right? But I think what's important here is not only can we see that a passion can raise a fire, and there are things that we may need to do, and it may be informing us, but also the next verse in Matthew 21 says what Jesus did after this. After all that fire arose and he let his anger be known, and why the situation was not okay, the next line states, "The blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he cured them." Right after getting really upset about everything that wasn't working, he channeled all of that energy to doing exactly what he felt should be done in the temple, joining for oneness, healing, clearing, connecting, being with Spirit. So we can see that sometimes, yes, passion arises as upset or anger because it's an action emotion, right? It shows us that an injustice has happened and gives us that energy to address it. Anger is just a message from the body saying that something we find important isn't going right now. So it builds energy and motion, and if used wisely, it can be a powerful fuel for moving forward. There's a quote from truthunity.net that says, "The problem with zeal is that it is indiscriminate. Zeal works to drive forward whatever manifestation is there and whatever it inhabits. Being indiscriminate, zeal must be tempered with wisdom, and thus is true even zeal operating out of the spiritual mind." So we notice when anger arises or frustration arises, and we temper it with wisdom. So something feels frustrating about the world. Just take a moment. Go within and ask yourself, is there an injustice here? Is there a human dignity or a moral standing that's been upset here? Now, if the answer is no, you might realize maybe this is more of a personal or an ego-based thing. And that's okay. It gives us a chance to notice where we're not whole and something to address. But if the answer is yes, and you do find answers here, maybe there is righteous anger. It's informing you something is really important to you. Spirit may be inviting you to take action here, that you might be someone who could be spurred to bring out a better solution. So we know civil rights movements were often started with righteous anger, and they transformed into passion. When we use our passion for good, we temper it with wisdom, and we find a positive way forward. Amidst all of that, we are using this to create movement and solutions. That's exactly what that zeal is for. So we can turn anger, even that type of passion, into purpose by asking Spirit, what good could come here? What good could come of me seeing this negative thing? We can even ask ourselves that what would I like to see instead? And is there something that might be mine to do here? Is there some little thing that I can do? Is that why Spirit's giving me this energy? Could I transform it here and use that energy for good? We can take examples in nature here. I found this story online and I thought it was really compelling, and I saved it a long time ago, and I thought it's fitting. So eagles are often a symbol of higher truth, freedom, wisdom, bravery, many things. And the only bird that will peck at the eagle is the crow. He sits on the back of his neck and bites. The eagle, however, does not respond or fight the crow because it does not waste time and energy on the problem. It simply opens its wings and brings a rise higher and higher in the sky. The higher the eagle flies, the harder it is for the crow to breathe. And eventually the crow falls because it cannot breathe that far. So let's stop wasting our energy on the crows or the problems in life, right? Just take them to your height. Climb higher and they will fall away. Let your excitement for what can be done outweigh the frustration or what is right now in this current moment. Be the agent of change. Be the lighting force. Light your own fire. Maintain that and be the rocket fuel that propels you upward. If you cannot find a higher action to take, you cannot find a resolution to this situation of anger, there's no visible act that can be taken. Instead, choose to right yourself. Shift your energy back into that connected state with Spirit. Pull away from that anger. Go back into your own passion. Because just connecting with that space, you will create a better vibrational frequency that can shift the energy, that can shift things. You have that power. So align yourself. Get right with yourself and Spirit. Because you have all of those moments, all of those feelings inside of you, and they are incredibly powerful. So another quote from Truth Unity says, "Take time to be holy. Turn a portion of your zeal to do God's will, to establishing His kingdom within you. Do not pull all of your enthusiasm into teaching, preaching, healing, and helping others. Help yourself." Many enthusiastic spiritual workers have let their zeal out to demonstrate truth to others, but rob themselves of the power to demonstrate truth to themselves. And I know this can be true for myself. Sometimes we let out all of our energy to others. We connect with that and give, but we forget to go in and connect with that excited place inside of us with Spirit. So we cultivate it both within and without. Because actually, there is a deeper meaning to that biblical story I shared. As we know, Jesus represents the I am presence. The temple actually represents us, our bodies, and our personal inner sanctuary. So when Jesus was chasing out the money handlers, it was the Christ presence, ridding the inner sanctuary of any negativity. This is what occurs when we connect with divine mind. We have that power to stay within that positive inner sanctuary and to reach that place even when things don't look like they're going well. So that's what that biblical story is really telling us. Remember that if we don't find something positive to be passionate about, we'll fall into complacency. So what we need to do is connect with that space. Intentionally enjoy music. Sing, dance, remind ourselves of things we love. Enjoy the small things. In fact, just yesterday I was enjoying the small things because it was a Friday night and I had a lot of work to do. I ended pretty late and I still had to write my talk and finish all of that. But I got a lovely little text from Sean, actually. And we were talking about how sometimes, you chase the Costco dragon. You find something you love and then it's just like gone. And you're always on the hunt for it, right? Okay, well, that was true for me. And I had loved these organic Amy's or Annie's cheese curls, right? They're cheesy smiles. Cheese smiles. Because they're in the shape of a smile. I almost brought them. So, as I'm finishing work, or I'm not quite done yet, I get this text from Sean. And she texts me a picture. I found them at Safeway. I let myself get so excited in that moment. Let me tell you, sometimes it's the little things, okay? So I finished all my stuff. I ran down there at 9 p.m. and I got myself 3 bags. And I let that ride me and motivate me to finish this talk. And I put it right in there, right? So sometimes we just got to enjoy these little things. It doesn't have to be life-altering. Let yourself feel motivated by things that bring you joy. If you don't know what excites you, what's motivating you to start something, or where you're being guided to your passion, just start noticing things you're curious about. Remember, Spirit leaves us big clues. Notice the things that spark your interest because they will spark your joy. Pay attention to what gets you energized. When you felt excited and more alive when being with a person after going to an event, doing something, notice when you feel that enlivenment. Listen to your body speaking to you. You are always being guided. You don't have to seek this passion. It is forever seeking you. Simply be open. Be ready to hearing it and follow it when you find that. When was the last time you've been truly motivated spiritually? Ooh, the moon, I love that. When we forget, lean into those spiritual truths. Ask yourself, what belief, passion, or conviction, what thing do I have within me that really gives me that fuel? Remember what brought you here. You're all here. You got up on a Sunday morning to come here. What brought you here? What continues to bring you here? For me, it's not only just the people, which it's a big part of it. All of you bring me here. But for me, just this notion of one presence, one power in our lives, God the good, that there is nothing working against me in life. There is only Spirit in everything within me, working for my greatest and highest good and my growth at all moments. And when I remember that concept, that makes me excited about life. That reminds us that life is a puzzle that we get to play with, that our bodies are always speaking, that the trees are waving to us, that there is symbolism and layers of meaning in everything. We got to find that magic again. I am constantly in awe of the perfect synchronicity of the universe and our oneness. That, knowing that, living that, and bringing that concept to people is my spiritual rocket fuel. What's your spiritual rocket fuel? If you don't know, remember, ask and it will be given you. Search and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. So go out there and find that spiritual rocket fuel. You can do it.
Woo! Are we flying yet? This is an amazing. Okay. Thank you, Kayla. What an amazing talk and all about zeal, and it's perfect for what everybody needs and to the world out there. Now's the time in our service where we'll hold your gifts and offerings in your hands as we make our thoughts and prayers and giving of our times and talents and treasures. There will be many ways that we can donate to Unity of Kona, which will come up on the board with QR codes. And our greeters will be passing the trays around here in the sanctuary. So there's many ways also with the Amazon Prime, just the Amazon Smile, that's what it is. As well as you can send your gifts and offerings directly to the church. Many ways to donate. And so as you hold your gifts in your hands, let's do our offertory statement. For divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am abundantly prosperous in every way. And so it is. Mahalo keakua. Thank you, God. Amen. We have more music with Joe Conde now. Thank you, Joe. And Levi's going to help again. Awesome. Thank you, Joe and Levi. Can we just imagine, as our ushers come forward, we're going to bless these gifts and offerings. And so thank you, God. And as we know through Spirit, we do know that as we give, so shall we receive. So we now dedicate and consecrate these gifts to do your will, your work in this ministry, in our lives. And so it is. Mahalo keakua. Thank you, God. And as we get ready for our closing of the church, we'd like to everybody, please make a circle here in the sanctuary. If you're joining us online, you can stand up as we get ready to do our closing songs. Let there be peace on earth and aloha oi. And please feel free to tell your friends and family about the Facebook event. We're broadcasting live, also on YouTube and Twitch. And so there's many ways to join us here. Next Sunday speaker, Reverend Sophia Falke.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with thee. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
As we hold these thoughts of peace and rocket fuel, carry it with us through the week. We'll come back together next Sunday, same time, same station, as we finish up with Aloha Oi. Aloha Oi. Aloha Oi. Eke ona ona no ikalipo. One fond embrace, until we meet again. Hui ho, aloha.
Aloha.
Until we meet again. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget the snacks upstairs. We got a little closing music from you, I'm sure. Thank you, my friends. Have a fabulous week, everybody. Come back and visit us. Much mahalos. Aloha, a hui ho. And don't forget next week, also with Reverend Sophia, her talk is all about zeal and enthusiasm and another demonstration of emotional and physical breakthroughs. And, well, we need to make our demonstration of our experience. So, it might be the inner calling, which is create an abundant, living, loving, joyful life. The music next week, Neil Barnett. Time to party.
can play the game, you can act the part, though it wasn't written for you. Tell me what you going to do with your foolish heart, ashamed of playing the fool. One thing can lead to another, it doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, it feels nice, don't think twice. Shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. People you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out just fine if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is why I lean on. Tell me what you gonna do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone. Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting a grease. Shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. What I want to do to you is shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out just fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will.